It's Madden NFL football.
It's Madden.
It's the AFC Championship game on EA Sports. It's the Tennessee Titans taking on the Cleveland Browns.
We are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Straight ahead, it's a clash to decide the AFC's representative in the Super Bowl.
All right, boys.
It'll be a great one between the Cleveland
Guys.
Browns and the Tennessee Titans.
Just gonna play football.
Hello, everyone. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The postseason continuing here on EA Sports. And, man, it is electric in here, and it should be conference championship time.
I don't know about you, but my butterflies in my stomach, they have iron wings in this one. And every guy I've ever talked to has all said the same thing. This game, the conference championship game, may have more intensity than even the Super Bowl because you know what the stakes are. You're trying so hard to get to the big game that this is the one that's the real challenge.
And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. So here come the Browns for their first drive on offense. And we get a glance here at their leader.
Kurt
the man who'll be
Pace.
calling the plays under center.
And we can talk all we want about football being a team game and leaning on different parts and aspects in order to get it done. And that's entirely true during the regular season. Some weeks it's the defense, the special teams, running the football. But in the playoffs, all the pressure reverts to the quarterback, and he has to play well and play at a really high level in order for his team to win.
And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down.
Out routes are always timing routes. And if the timing's off just a little bit, it can really throw off a play. It looked like he let him a little too much there.
Yeah, there was a fraction of a second because he caught it, just couldn't stay in bounds. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
I'm not sure it made a difference on that play, but one thing to keep in mind, here in the early part of the year during a day game, the sun does play a factor on deep balls.
Crowd getting in it a bit already. Here's an early 3rd and 10. Operating from the gun. Pace. They'll let it go deep for Beckham. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. So here are the Titans now for their first drive. And they will be led out by their 6'3" quarterback.
And what I enjoyed watching this week when we had a chance to watch them at practice, the easy camaraderie that he has with his offense.
A lot of respect.
A lot of respect, and frankly, I thought it spilled over to the defense. All the defensive guys were coming over and teasing and joking with him. You can tell they respect the heck out of him and really want to play well for him.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. Tackle made there by Myles Garrett.
Well, sometimes as a running back, you've got to be able to improvise when the hole's not where you expect it to be. But in this case, there wasn't any improvisation that he could do that was going to work. Kind of like if you're trying to be a comedian on open mic night at the Improv and you run into a tough crowd.
Now left side on the swing pass. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 11 yards there, first down.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
But not before he takes it inside the 40. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Nice little nifty play for him there. That's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backs out of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there. And he's got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. A shotgun handoff to Henry. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
Down carry for Henry. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. From the gun, Harrington. He's going to take a shot for the end zone.
Man.
And this is going to be intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
Second drive coming up here for Cleveland as they return to the field on offense. They were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. A run for Nick Chubb. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. Bringing him down defensively, Jayon Brown.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play. And he's missed now in his first 4 passing attempts. The rhythm is just not there to begin this ball game.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Operating from the gun, Pace. And that is incomplete.
Every offense tells you they want to come out and start fast. That's not unusual at all. But this group, they've yet to get much rolling through their first 2 drives. It looks like they have to give up the football again after this one.
And here's Gillen on now to punt as he gets this one away. This is taken at the 23. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and it'll be Titan football. The Titans coming back onto the field for their 2nd drive, and the interception last time on the opponent's side of the field, certainly not what they wanted.
Put it mildly, that is so frustrating because that signifies there's a drive going on. You're in a good spot, great place to run some of your best offense. Instead, they turn the ball over.
They turned the ball over last time. See if they can avoid doing it here. And he goes goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. They run the option here on 1st and 10. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. An 11-yard pickup for the Titans and a first down. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled them with the inside run.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
At the Browns' 40-yard line.
Off the play fake. Harrington sliding out of the pocket. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the middle. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Well, these guys have won 3 straight ball games and another good start to this one out to the 6-0 lead.
And I've talked with so many different coaches, as have you along the way, and they always talk about winning streaks and the mood of a team and how much easier it is to actually prepare during that time. Guys are sharp, guys are focused, everyone's feeling good, and we're seeing it early in this one.
Point after try forthcoming. This is good. Our score, 7-0 Tennessee. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it ends with a Tennessee score.
Tucker McCann to kick off for Tennessee.
McCann's got it teed up. Fielded in the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. They trail early on in his Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
That's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34.
And it's 3rd down.
From the gun on 3rd down. Pace. And it's complete. Hooper. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because there should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. 2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. It'll be a pickup of 8 on the screen, and it sets up a 3rd down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And he's got this down to the the 35. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards.
Now, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
7, Browns, nothing.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Back to
Oh, I missed him.
Pace. Rush coming, and he's taken down. So that time, Charles, a quarterback helpless really in the pocket in the face of a pass rush like that. They were on him instantly.
And this came from the interior of the defensive line. And these guys, they're normally anchors of that spot. And they don't often get clear shots at the quarterback. But in this case, he got past the center and the guard in no time and got there to make the play.
And if you're wondering how quick a quarterback's decision-making needs to be, a next-gen stat says that play took all of 2.8 seconds from beginning to end. So after a rare misstep on this drive, they'll try to make amends on 2nd and 15. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
That play was well covered. Just tried to check it down. Unfortunately, not able to find any yardage on that one.
The Browns on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. 4th down now as the Titans defense holds up in coverage. So 2 3rd down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a 3rd, and now they deal with 4th down. And his kick is good. Didn't hit it all that well, but he got enough on it to put it through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And this one will go to the 28-yard line.
Now that's the type of play that gives you a chance to win. Nothing forced downfield where you don't have a guy open. Swing it out to the back, maybe even check it down, whatever you want to call it. Gain of 5. You're just trying to get 4 on first down. They're ahead of the chains now.
And he whips that one incomplete there. He was looking for his tight end, Hunter Henry. And it's 3rd and 5. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. From the gun, Harrington. And it's complete.
Beautiful pass.
Henry. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That's a first down with a cherry on top, 31 yards.
Well, big plays have been a hallmark of this offense all season, so there was no reason to think that it wouldn't continue here in this title game. Obviously, the magnitude of the event, not getting to them early.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Harrington got his man complete over the middle. It's Newton. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll check on his status when we get back. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Now an option play, and he'll keep it. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there. Worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he...
Oh, God damn.
It's intercepted. It's the linebacker, Alex Anzalone.
Fuck yeah. Right to that motherfucker.
32-yard line. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? From the 32 now, it's 1st and 10. Off play action, pace, and finding the tight end Hooper. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
On the carry, it's Chubb. And he's up over midfield and down into Tennessee territory. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
That was a good run, and it got to the 2nd level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle. And oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
And he is going to get this close to the first down markers. He's brought down at the Titans 41. 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
And the Browns first down.
On first down, pace. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
A deep ball down that right sideline, and he made sure that he put it where either his guy was going to catch it or no one was.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Throwing again. Pace. Looking sideline, incomplete.
Oh, Alabama pulled it out over there. You watch it?
The Browns on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Looking to throw. Pace. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. 8 yards on the screen there. Not enough. And it'll be 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. Do you like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion. What you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
Miami. Oh, Iona. That's a 2 seed.
So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the right hash and call it an even 50 yards. And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. These these playoff games have a tendency to be tight. You have to wonder if that missed field goal could haunt them later.
Yeah, we're always looking for the key plays, right? The ones that we're going to magnify. Usually those happen in the second half or later in the game. This might be the key play of the game showing up here in the first half.
A pass there over the middle to start things out. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. Off the RPO, he completes it. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Looking to throw on second down. Harrington. Quick hitter here. It's complete.
Drilled.
And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
Depends on what the person is.
How fast he could run in the open field, but if there were, he silenced those thoughts there.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
Oh, yeah.
On 1st and 10, Harrington. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. Giving back-to-back catches now. That one for 16, and a first down. So that's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive. Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. We all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again. And he will take this one in for a Titans touchdown. Derrick Henry taking it in. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. And Charles, he's able to dive in there in a short yardage situation. Just find a place to get to the end zone. Didn't matter where it was, but once he did, used his nose for the end zone and dove in. A try here for the extra point. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. So the drive there took 6 plays. And Derrick Henry able to finish it off with a touchdown run. McCann's got it teed up. And that's fielded on the back line of the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. He's got to dig deep here, doesn't he? Team's losing. He's not playing well either. And they always tell you, don't press. You'll make things a little bit worse. But in this particular situation, you try and heighten your play a little bit. So far, he's thrown 1 interception. He wants to balance that off with at least 1 touchdown pass in order to get his team back moving forward. Give him 10 yards on the pickup. And that'll be second and very short.
Yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches.
Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on 2nd down. AFC title game, 2nd quarter action, 2 minutes to play. A reminder, as we've done all year, we'll send you to Orlando for our EA Sports halftime report. In a bit, the coach is with us per usual as we start to look ahead, Charles, to our potential matchups in this year's Super Bowl.
Break it down, Coach. Break it down.
Throwing on first down. Pace.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so...
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5, and he will take it out to the 25-yard line.
Well, this had trouble written all over from the start. He's got 2 extra defensive backs in the game he's got to deal with. They're in a dime set. So everywhere he's looking, he's seeing a different color jersey. And sure enough, this one winds up being intercepted.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. To throw on second down, Harrington. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Now, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
And he's going to come up a bit short. He needed to get to the 35 for the first, but he only makes it to the 34. On now is the Titans punter. Back deep, Jarvis Landry. And we'll see what he can do on the return. It's a 39-yard punt, 3 on the return. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here.
And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Off the play fake. Pace. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Just over 30 seconds to go in the half. They've got it 1st and 10. From the gun, Harrington. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play.
1st and 10 at the 44.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. Operating from the gun. Harrington, flush to his right. And he's going to keep it here. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, Harrington.
He's going to try
God
and go
damn,
deep
man.
again.
The wind must be blowing. Oh, I caught that motherfucker somehow.
He takes this
How in the hell I
deep
catch
into
that?
Cleveland territory. And they'll
He
burn
throw
the
it
timeout
behind him or
with
something?
5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading
How
to
the
the
fuck I
locker room.
caught that one?
So
Threw it in
even
the
though it's
quadruple
first down,
coverage.
here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. McCann's kick up and good. And they will stretch the lead now to 17-3. So a late turnover leads to a quick drive, and in turn that quick drive leads to 3 points.
So someone makes a mistake, but how about the other side learning from that mistake, taking care of the ball, and making sure they put some points on the board? Well done.
An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. So we are halfway home to figuring out who will represent the AFC in the Super Bowl. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks. As always, one half remains in the battle to see who will take home the Lamar Hunt Trophy and represent the AFC in the Super Bowl. We'll get back to you guys in just a moment. But first, time to look ahead to the NFC Championship coming up later today.
Yeah.
And it should be a great one as well.
And they
As it'll be
signed
the New
Tyson
Orleans
Hill
Saints
to
matching up
extension
against the
to
Tampa Bay
$140 million.
Buccaneers. So with that, let's get you right back out for the second half and the right to represent the AFC in the Super Bowl. As I'm privileged to hand things back over.
That car out there is buried. Cars are starting to get buried now. We got about 16 inches, man.
Back for quarter number 3.
You're so much great.
One more half to decide who takes home the Lamar Hunt Trophy as we're back under.
Let's go, boys. Woo! Lamar Hunt Trophy.
Couple
Bring it to Tennessee.
And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
And a lot of times, these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
On second down, here's Henry. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10. They run the option here on 1st and 10. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just 2nd down.
Speed is the name of the game when it comes to RPOs, and sometimes you can be a little too quick, thus inaccurate, incomplete.
Damn, Otis, did you text Aubrey to get him online?
On
Oh,
2nd down, it's Henry, and this winds up a gain of 4 to 41.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Doing? What is wrong with you?
I like ketchup with my grilled cheese. Damn, we're going to have to get a timeout.
Play clock down to 5, and they're going to burn a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
Otis, you hear me?
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Operating from the gun, Harrington. He may try and run for this. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a first down.
When they watch film of this game and hand out the grade sheets, he's going to really like getting a double plus on this play. Why? He scrambles and picks up a first down. But what else does he do? Protects himself by sliding and avoiding the big hit. Double plus, big time play.
Two first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10.
How about a foot and a half? No more than that. That's just rounding. You know, it's still a little under, but it's definitely more than a foot. Because I can take a picture of a car right now and send it to you, and it's like, it's buried. Let me take a picture of it. Fuck, I can't see. What, babe? I'm gonna take a picture of the car, babe. You wanna come? I'm gonna smoke. Mm-hmm.
Okay, ice.
This is that snowman building snow. I don't know. Kind of go drive around. They got the snow pushed up on the side of the roads like fucking higher than what you can see over. Hold on, let me get a picture of this car. I'll put it in perspective. Pictures really don't do it. That's opening up my garage and looking at it out of it. Picture pictures really don't do the justice, but look at that car over there. Like the front bumper's all the way submerged. It's connected from the top to the bottom. Look at my tire. I mean, that son of a bitch is halfway up my tire, if not. It's kind of cool, man. It's 300 days of sunshine on average. It's usually pretty here. We're in a drought too, so we need that real bad. But it's snowing like a motherfucker out there. Still. Yeah. Uh-huh. Let me send you a video, Shane, on Facebook. Yeah, it was almost an extreme drought. It was needing this bad. Shit, all week. Where they push up in the parking lots, there were still piles there, even though it's been in the 70s. They were still melting. From the last snowstorm, they predicted 3 inches, and we got 10 inches. But it was that fluffy snow. And it shrinks down to hardly nothing. But this wet shit, it's a high content of moisture in it. Oh, we probably got 2 inches of moisture out of this. He shrunk it down. Otis is broadcasting, right? No, I was trying to figure out the lag. But they've already called work. They were like, due to a little bit of snow we got, we'll figure it out tomorrow, see how tomorrow goes. Yeah, I say y'all restart it if y'all ain't reset Ant's internet. I still gotta go skiing 2 more damn times. You got your laptop on?
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
On first down, Harrington. They set up the screen for Henry. And a good stiff arm there before he's brought down on a nice little game.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it, because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a third down. Well, for that being an option play, there really weren't too many options available for him, were there?
No, there weren't, and at least he was able to get back to the line of scrimmage, so he didn't lose anything, but you're exactly right. Nowhere to go.
This will be the 8th play of the drive, and it's 3rd and inches. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he gets this down to the 18, good enough for a first down. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here, because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
They keep it with Henry on first down. And Henry's hit. He lost the football. Could have been a costly mistake, but as it turns out, they keep possession.
You can't give away these types of opportunities in the red zone. And I'm sure that was flashing through his brain as the ball escaped his hands. Fortunately for him, able to get picked up by his team, fumbled, recovered. They still have an opportunity deep in the red zone.
And he stopped immediately there. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
I just seen Ant Dog can't voice chat. Do
How much tread is left on those tires?
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends
I'm hardwired.
that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
Looking to throw on second down. Harrington, and he will score. Touchdown, Titans. A 16-yard touchdown. And the Titans find a way to stretch their lead. Well, they've been part of the cream of the crop in the AFC all season. It's becoming more and more evident that they're going to get a shot to play for that Super Bowl title.
The momentum has been building, and you mentioned how well they played throughout the season. It's all come together for them, and they're really laser-focused on being that team to represent in the Super Bowl.
They've been dominant in this one.
Tomato soup. Yeah, tomato soup. All the snow made us eat grilled cheese and tomato soup, man. That was a good combo.
Taken about 7 yards deep, and he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Here
I'll
again
eat your
comes the
soup.
captain of this offense leading his crew back out there now. And I guess right now as we look at some of his struggles today, the term next play really applies here. He's got to move on.
I love where your head is on that because that's where his head needs to be, exactly what you said. Yes, there have been mistakes made, but he's got to move on and play the next play. So if it didn't happen, keep his confidence up. But how about the guys on the defensive side of the ball? They've got to be feeling great about what's going on right now. They've already gotten to him a few times. They want to keep that up. Maybe they can pick off a few more.
Yeah, they disrupted already for 3 INTs.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
They'll try to draw now with Chubb. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5.
You got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
From the gun on 3rd down. Pace. And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it. Well, the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
Here's Jamie Gillen now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Pulled in at the 24. They'll net only 35 here following a 43-yard boot, 8-yard return. And out will come the offense as they take over. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And that last touchdown drive they had very balanced. How key is that balance?
It's huge because most of the time when we talk about balance is run, pass, almost 50-50. But most of the times when you talk to offensive coaches, they say balance is we do what we want when we want to. And that means that they're ahead of the defense, keeping them on their heels.
Yeah, they imposed their will on that last drive. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll run it again with Henry. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
He gets it to Brown, complete. And he will have a Titans first down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3. Taylor, that is catch number 1 for him in this AFC Championship. It's a first down. Quickly completed to the right flat. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. A gain of 6 there on first.
At the 47-yard line. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
To throw on 2nd second down. Harrington. Going to throw right side here. Complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Second catch of this AFC title game, and he's got
it's looking like the Titans might go back.
This play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in his performance.
A run there with Henry as he gets forward only for about 3. Second down coming up. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Now a pass dumped off to his running back. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. Give him 5 on the screenplay, and that'll set up a third down.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity.
What's up, Bane?
Because the defense brought pressure that time.
It's going to do the same thing as yesterday.
You get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
The Titans on third down. They have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3. Henry will get it. He's been busy today. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. Now a timeout being called as there's an injured Titan down on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Quick slant to Brown. And into the end zone for the Tennessee touchdown. From 17 yards out, and the Titans are going to add on to their lead.
You know, in golf, they often talk about playing the course and not worrying about what the other players are doing, what their scores are. That's essentially what we're seeing from this offense. They're just having fun and doing what they feel like doing today.
Now for the point after. And that'll increase their lead to 28. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And the result in the end, a Titans touchdown.
Tucker McCann to kick off for Tennessee.
McCann's got it teed up. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Now this offense about ready to take over again. And their dream of a Super Bowl berth so close 3 quarters ago, but obviously starting to slip away if it hasn't already. They need points here and in a hurry.
Yeah.
On 1st and 10, Pace.
And figured it out.
And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
The job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. From the gun, Pace. He'll get this to Chubb out of the backfield. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw and a good one.
And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Well, fair to say that when you're looking at guys that can run like the wind, you often find him at the wide receiver position, and that was special there.
Well, in this league where coordinators worry so much about drawing up the right routes, blocking assignments, misdirections and stuff, they have these precise arrows and movements. Sometimes the best plays just come from the schoolyard where you look at your fastest guy and say, go long, go get it, big man.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Pace. And he will find his man on the outside. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end, a guy that you can line up anywhere, in the slot, out wide, in tight, doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. He was looking for Odell Beckham that time. And it's 3rd and short.
Remember his name. It's something Pace.
From the gun, Pace. His throw caught at about the 5. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. From 21 yards away. And the Browns get a score closer.
Possibly at the Vikings.
And that's another route that defenders would vote to take out of the game.
The wheel route?
Oh, without a doubt. You're just trying to move everybody in one direction. And whether it's a running back or another receiver, as they zip out on the sideline, you've got a problem on your hands.
Yeah, well, the defenders hate it there. It happened, and it resulted in a touchdown. Now the extra point try forthcoming. And he puts this one through. It makes our score 31-10. That time a 6-play drive. And it's capped off by the Browns touchdown.
Yeah, getting where he came to 40.
So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Titans are going to recover the football. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't yet.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special
Smoking my
teams,
victory bowl over here.
you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Well, we play in the 7th Super Bowl in a row. 5th. We'll play in the 5th Super Bowl in a row.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this.
Damn, you had Tom Brady and got beat by him, huh? In the playoffs.
Coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Tally, that is catch number 1 for him in this AFC Championship. It's a first down. And passing yardage-wise, now up over 350 in this game.
What you looking at, Kitty, all the snow? You're like, what the fuck is that shit?
Pressure on guys trying to cover. If you're a defensive back and they put over 350 yards on you, you've had a long day. The key to everything if you're doing it without throwing interceptions or turning the ball over.
Back-to-back
Pretty ain't it, kitty?
for 14 yards and another first.
First down and 10 yards to go.
So not quite a first and goal. It's first and 10 from the 10. And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on first and 10. And a nice pickup there as he'll take it from the 10 down to the 5-yard line.
I know the game's not over, but there's got to be a sense of satisfaction right now for the guy carrying the football a bunch today. 99 yards, and he has enough time to go.
It might be having internet problems. Might shut that shit off and wouldn't let it back on.
And hit behind the line. He lost the football.
Wow, look at that shit.
Picked up by the Browns. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Getting sloppy.
Defense, they forced the big play, knocked the ball free from him, but that's a cardinal sin by the quarterback. Know where you are on the field, and he just gave up at a minimum 3 points.
Instead of getting down, takes the contact. The turnover ensues. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Under 4 to go now as they come up on second down. To throw again. Pace. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
The Browns on third down. Not quite 50%. 4 for 9. This is 3rd and 10. He's going to look deep now for Landry. And that will be incomplete. They weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
We've seen that the deep ball has been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. It'll be a 40-yard punt, 8 on the return. And the Titans are going to start this drive in great field position as they take over 1st and 10. Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively. They are getting closer and closer to lifting that Lamar Hunt trophy. Not home just yet, but trying to polish things off here as they start 1st and 10. Running from the gun with Henry. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. And he's going to get this inside the 30. A gain of 13, it's a 1st down.
I don't think there's any question, Brandon, at this stage.
Yep.
The stop troops, the defensive guys, they got to use their 3 timeouts here. They've got to stop them and get the ball back.
Yeah, if you're in that 2 to 3 score deficit window that they're in now, you got to get it ASAP.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Stop them, use your timeouts. Easier to move the ball on offense without timeouts than to stop them on defense without using them.
They run the option here on 1st and 10. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. Pretty good 1st down play. Keeps them ahead of schedule, as they say.
And ostensibly, they could go right back to it because there are multiple options on this play. Hand it inside. The quarterback tucks it and keeps it. Quarterback throws the ball downfield. You should be able to react to the defense and have an option.
And now look at this.
Oh, God damn. He had to cross the fucking goal line, man.
A disappointing end of the sequence there. He was starting to turn nothing into something, and then he lost the football.
And sometimes things get lost in the transition. And what I mean by that is you go from being a passer to a runner. And at a certain point, once you cross the line of scrimmage, you're...
Then he crossed the fucking... There's nothing to challenge.
There's no more downfield threat. Make sure you take care of the football while you're traversing downfield.
I crossed the fucking goal line before I phoned you a thought.
Following the fumble recovery, Pace. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
To throw on 3rd down. Pace. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And now following the incomplete pass, we'll get a timeout here for an injured player. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And now possession's going to go over with a football at the 20-yard line. So they tried to go for
well, I'm covering.
But it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to...
Wow. Man, their goddamn corners are better than my receivers. They catch everything. Anytime I go deep, they catch everything. Or if I just lob it up.
2 fumbles and an interception.
Well, that was double coverage.
To paraphrase one of the great coaches of the NFL, they're asking on that sideline, what the heck is going on out there?
Ready to take over again on offense.
Well, if they don't score, I push.
Because
I said it was going to be 21.
They knew how tough this would be on the road, AFC title game, and they have gotten all they could handle and then some.
I think I got 4 pushes this year. That's the most all time.
To about the 35. On 1st down, Pace. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Pass incomplete. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete passing we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game, and that was a big talk, both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them, holding them under 200 today. There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. And with a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep, try and throw some air under it, and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they run successful.
On 4th down, Pace. He's going to let it fly. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 25. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. For this defense, CD, that's kind of the icing on the cake here as we get to the end of this one.
And didn't you feel that they
9 turnovers between the two of
They
us.
had the lead, and sometimes you fall back and you lose your aggressiveness. In this case, they were still making a play on the football, and look how that one turned out. They may have salted this one away.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Off play action. Harrington escaping the pressure right. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. This is caught. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line.
It's all good. It's all good.
They probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. The Titans are AFC champions. Thanks for watching, everybody, and good night. And that will do it for this one. For Charles Davis, myself, and the entire crew, will see you in 2 weeks at the Super Bowl.
explain what I did? Can I kick it? Hold on. Yeah, I got some rings and a range. Can I kick it? Yeah. Don't ask me a thing. How I got her, how I did it. Yeah. Spend the whole half, had a blast. Can I kick it? Even with a sprain. Pain, can I kick it? Just the flex, I went and bought a chain. Can I kick it? Things ain't been the same. Things have changed. Can I kick it? People acting different, so I ask. Can I?
Hey, could count on my power and look at my dogs from. It was way back then, could claim what you saw, but you weren't with us. The higher the climb, the harder the fall, but how did you get up? I done got rich and went broke, then got rich again, just a little hiccup. I done been ballin' this pickup. Remember me being so bummy and being so hungry, I had to eat gristle. How did you let it go? Met her at one of the functions, we caught a little rhythm. She caught up a friend, they kissed and we dipped it, and that's how we kick.
Let me explain what I did. Can I kick it? Hold on. Yeah, I got some range.
There's another piece of
Can I kick
sausage
it?
over there
Don't ask me
for
a thing. How I got her, how I did it.
one?
Yeah. Spend the whole half, had a blast. Can I kick it? Even with a sprain. Pain, can I kick it? Just the flex, I went and bought a chain. Can I kick it? Things ain't been the same. Things have changed. Can I kick it? People acting different, so I asked. Can I? Before I went live, they ain't know what I was. Ain't no one alive that could do what I does. Wait. Need a light here to catch my buzz. Need Sprite here to catch my cup. Now they don't really talk about us. Now they don't really talk about love. Honestly, they ain't never seen too much. What's love to a guy with a bag? What's heart to a guy with cash? What's pain to a guy that's mad? Said. What's broke to a guy with a mask? What's broke to a guy with a plan? I just wanna kick it, that's all I ask. Like, let me explain what I did. Can I kick it? Hold on. Yeah, I got some rings and a range. Can I kick it? Yeah. Don't ask me a thing. How I got her, how I did it. Yeah. Spend the whole half, had a blast. Can I kick it? Even with a sprain. Pain, can I kick it? Just the flex, I went and bought a chain. Can I kick it? Things ain't been the same. Things have changed. Can I kick it? People acting different, so I ask. Can I?